thank you. A fire requires three things to ignite. That is heat, oxygen, and fuel, right? That's how they teach it in a hands-on way at Roper Mountain Science Center. We've got Eric Basso here, the STEM instructor for Roper Mountain. Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Hey, glad to be here.
You love to bring these demonstrations to life because, you know, kids don't want to just read about something or watch a video, right?
No, we have a very important philosophy at the Science Center that, like, getting their hands on stuff as much as possible is the best way to teach them things.
Yeah.
So we've got a demo here that we do somewhat frequently to kind of demonstrate the how the fire combustion triangle works.
Okay,
the three things that are important for combustion.
All right, so you demonstrate each point with a hands-on activity. Where do we begin?
Okay, so we're going to start with lycopodium powder. So lycopodium is a kind of club moss that's actually around the upstate, but this is its spores. So really, really fine, fine spores we've got here. I'm going to pour out just a couple onto this ceramic table I've got. I say a couple, that's probably several million that are sitting on the table right there. Yeah. But so real quick, I'd like you to try to light that on fire with this little
gladly.
lighter that
Is
we
this
got
the
right
part
here.
with the safety glasses?
Oh yes,
yet?
we should go ahead and don our safety glasses. Excuse me.
All right, excellent. So.
All right. So see how well that lights. Not super well.
Not very flammable.
Okay.
No.
So for something that says flammable super big on its container, that wasn't very impressive.
No, what are we missing?
So we're missing oxygen as a really important component in the combustion process. So we're going to add a little bit of oxygen using this candle that I've got here. And can I borrow that lighter, actually?
Absolutely.
I just realized I handed it to you. All right. So I'm going to light this lighter. Get this candle going.
All right.
Okay.
So far, so good.
Now I've got some of that lycopodium powder in this little turkey baster that I've got right here. I'm going to put that to the end, remove this little bit of tape that I've got.
This is the exciting part.
This
Something
is the exciting
good is going
bit.
to happen
All right,
here.
so I'm going to hold this right here, and then if you could do me a favor and just squeeze that like as sharply as you can.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh, wow. That was impressive.
You want to do one more?
Very much so.
All right, one more.
All right, we're ready for the...
All right. Wow. And that's just a little demonstration. So we had our material here. It's really, really small, so not a lot of oxygen was able to get into those nooks and crevices. That's not able to light... it's not going to provide the oxygen our combustion reaction needs for it to work. But when we spray it out of that turkey baster, we're adding a lot of oxygen into that equation, and you're able to see the results there, to the point that I've lit my little douser on fire.
But kids like this part of the presentation, too. The more fire, the better.
Yeah, absolutely. Even the semi-accidental ones. All right, so right here, we're going to talk a little bit more about the fuel. So that was the spores of that lycopodium. But we're going to use some actual propane. So this is a fuel you're probably familiar with. You've used this on a hot summer day cooking hot dogs. But I'm going to add a little bit of that fuel. A little bit of that fuel to this bowl right here. So this is basically, you're used to seeing propane in the context of it's burning, it's lit up your grill, whatever.
Yeah.
What happens if that collects in a given area? If you leave that running for a while and then you go back to light your grill again.
You lose your eyebrows.
Potentially. So we're going to stand a little bit farther back. I would extend your arm on this one when you go to light this one. But you're welcome to do so whenever you're ready.
Wow. Okay.
So
and that was quick. That was good.
It was very quick. It burns off pretty quickly. But yeah, propane is a clean burning hydrocarbon is what we call it. But that's a pretty standard fossil fuel that we use in our daily life. But you need to be careful with gases like this, is why we add additives to them so that you can smell them in case they start collecting.
Well, obviously you've been doing this for some time. How passionate are you about seeing these kids light up? When you're in the middle of a demonstration like that, what happens? It
really is something special when you see a kid come in. They're not like, super engaged necessarily, but by the end of the demonstration, when they've seen some fire, they've seen some explosions, they've seen, some real stuff happening in front of them, to see them get excited is a lot of fun.
That's the goal of everything you do. And as for families, when they're looking to get their kids engaged in some hands-on things, you're always doing something great at Roper Mountain Science Center. What do you want people to know about the experience there?
Absolutely. So right now we've got afternoon explorations going on every Thursday and Friday from 1:30 to 5 o'clock. Those are open to the public, so we certainly encourage them to come and see what we're doing then. And then April 19th, that Friday, we've got an Earth Day event going on as well. So we'll have a lot of cool Earth Day related activities similar to this.
Any other thing you want me to set on fire in our final 30 seconds?
We got 30 more seconds. Do you want to do that one more time?
Well,
nah, it's fine. We have to let it on fire.
It did. I was actually wondering if the alarm was going to go off, but I think we cut off just in time.
We really shouldn't push our luck.
Okay, and that's the other message here. It's always safety first. Don't try this at home. Wear your safety goggles.
Absolutely.
And just make learning fun, because you do a great job with that. We really appreciate it. Eric, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. Great to be here.
And people can learn more about all those programs, the Roper Mountain Science Center. Tickets for all the events can also be purchased online. We will have a link to this segment on accesscarolina.com.